Hi, welcome back to my channel. Have you ever wondered what it takes to be the top student in your class? You know, the one who always does well in every subject, impresses all the teachers, and still has time to hang out with friends? If that's you, or you'd like it to be, then stick around. In this video, I'm going to share some tips on becoming a golden student, one who does great in school, stays relaxed, and still has fun. These tips work for anyone, whether you're in middle school, high school, or college. Ready to get started? Let's go! Tip number 1. Write your assignments by due date and difficulty. One of the smartest ways to stay on top of things is to make a habit of organizing your assignments by their deadlines and how difficult they seem. Start by making a list. For example, if you have a science assignment due in 3 weeks and a math workbook due tomorrow, you should obviously focus on the math workbook first. But it's not just about deadlines. Look at how challenging each task is, too. The harder tasks often take more brain power, so finishing those when you have more energy or time is a good move. Try using a planner or a digital calendar to map it all out. By tackling the hardest stuff first, you'll feel super accomplished and get to relax sooner. Tip number 2. Take clear, organized notes. Notes aren't just for getting by in class, they're your best friend when it comes time to study. Don't worry about making them perfect, focus on keeping them organized. You might use headings for each topic, write in bullet points, or even add drawings or diagrams if that helps you understand. Here's a cool tip. Try using 2 colors, one for main ideas and one for details. Studies show that color coding can help you remember things better, and it's a lot easier to scan when you're reviewing. Good notes save tons of time because you don't have to read entire chapters or rewatch videos. Instead, you'll have everything you need right in your notebook. Tip number 3. Review your notes every day. Here's a trick that sounds simple, but is actually really powerful. Take a few minutes every day to review your notes. This doesn't mean you need to read every single word. Just glance through the main ideas and key points. Reviewing regularly, also known as spaced repetition, is like giving your brain mini boosts. Let's say you spend just 10 minutes reviewing notes each day. By the time you're preparing for a test, you'll be surprised by how much you already remember. Try doing this at the same time every day, like right after dinner. It'll quickly become a habit, and you'll barely even notice the extra time you're putting in. Tip number 4. Make a weekly study schedule. A weekly study schedule is like having a game plan for school. Imagine if you had to play a game with no rules or strategy. It'd be a mess. The same goes for studying. Decide on the main subjects you want to cover each week and set aside time for each one. For instance, you might do math on Mondays, science on Tuesdays, and so on. This way, you're not left scrambling and you'll know exactly what you need to work on each day. Remember to plan in breaks and fun activities, too. Study schedules aren't just for work. They're also a way to make sure you have balance in your life. Tip number 5. Study in short bursts. Did you know that studying in short bursts can actually help you learn faster? Try the Pomodoro technique. Study for 25 minutes, then take a 5-minute break. After you've done 4 study bursts, take a longer break, like 20 minutes. It sounds funny, but it's super effective. During those 25 minutes, you're laser-focused, knowing a break is coming soon, which helps you push harder. Taking breaks in between lets your brain relax a bit so that it's ready to keep going afterward. Plus, this technique is great for keeping you from getting bored or overwhelmed. Tip number 6. Get rid of distractions. Distractions are probably the biggest reason we don't finish work on time. If you're serious about getting things done, you need to block out distractions as much as possible. Put your phone on silent or keep it in another room. If you're studying at home, let your family know you need some quiet time. There are apps that blocking social media and keep you focused. Download them. You'll notice that without interruptions, you can get through a lot more work. Even setting aside just 30 minutes without distractions can make a huge difference in how much you accomplish. Tip number 7. Do your assignments right away. When you get an assignment, try to get started on it as soon as possible. Don't let it sit around waiting for the last minute. Doing assignments right away has a couple of perks. First, you won't feel that horrible last-minute pressure. And second, if you finish early, you'll have time to look over your work and make any improvements. Plus, if you run into a tough problem, you'll have time to ask for help before it's due. This trick is one of the easiest ways to feel more organized and relaxed in school. Tip number 8. Ask for help when you're stuck. No one can know everything, so if you're stuck, ask for help. Whether it's a teacher, a friend, or even online resources, there are plenty of ways to get answers. Don't feel embarrassed if you're confused. Everyone needs help sometimes. Even if you think you should know something, asking questions can be super helpful. Plus, most teachers appreciate when students show they care about understanding the material. Asking for help when you need it is actually a sign of strength and commitment to doing your best. Tip number 9. Do practice exams for hard subjects. Practice makes perfect, and that's especially true for tricky subjects. If you're worried about a math or science test, try doing some practice exams. You can find these online or ask your teacher if they have any old tests you can use. Practice exams help you understand the format of the test and give you a good idea of what types of questions might be asked. Set a timer, just like on the real test, so you can get used to the time pressure. The more you practice, the more confident you'll feel on test day. Tip number 10. Make time for downtime. And finally, don't forget to relax. Studying hard is important, but so is your mental health. Make sure you set aside time to do things you enjoy, like hanging out with friends, going outside, or playing a sport. Even taking a few minutes to listen to music, read a book, or play a game can make a big difference in how you feel. When you take care of yourself, you'll be more focused and positive, which will help you do even better in school. Remember, a well-rested mind learns much better than a stressed one. And that's it. Those are my top 10 tips for becoming the golden student in your class. Try them out and let me know in the comments how it goes for you. I hope these tips help you balance school, friends, and everything else in your life. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell if you want more tips on school success. See you next week.